Hey, Blue Table fans. I'm going to talk about specials and programs that I have at Blue Table Painting. The first one is a special that I'm running in May, which is half off assembly and painting. Couple of caveats. One, it needs to be a whole army, which is typically at least 50 figures, more like 100. And also, it's artistic license. And that means we get to pick the color scheme within the genre. So you wouldn't have like purple skinned orcs or whatever it is. You actually can have a Space Marine chapter if you'd like. So like it wouldn't be Space Marines and we did whatever chapter. You could say, hey, I want Blood Angels or Ultramarines or whatever. And we do stay within the genre. We look up what's online and what's kind of within bounds. But the artist gets to pick the methods, basing style, and details. And a lot of times this actually turns out better. And then the second thing is it needs to be level 3 all around. And maybe some level 4s in there for like hero types and stuff, which is actually a pretty good split. My scale, incidentally, goes from 0 to 10, and it's like the Richter scale. It goes up exponentially. There's probably only a few 10s produced worldwide. And if you were going to put something in a display cabinet to be display worthy, that would be our level 7. And we don't see too many of those come through. Most of it is level 3, which is tabletop standard, level 4, which is tabletop standard plus some extra love, and then it jumps to double or triple that amount of cost and effort to get to level 5, and then another jump to level 6 for your hero types. So anyway, it's a really good special. I just know there are people with a whole, they put them together maybe, we'll still assemble them too. They put together their whole force, and it's just this big gray sludge that they know they're never going to get to. And that's where we come in, because I can turn that around and just, it's good. It's a good thing, guys. It's very, very reasonably priced. I think you'd be surprised. And I split things up into payments too. So don't be shy, contact me, and let me get one of my artists. They're talented. Let me get them on the case for your army. All right, let's move on to the next subject, which is the trade-in program. So if you send me a list of models that you have, I will put at least 3 offers on the table. Cash, service credit, that's for painting and assembly. That's the most common one that I get people taking me up on. A credit for the web store, which, although it's a good deal, I rarely have people, because the fact is I don't have a lot of things in every category. My web store is really mostly a hodgepodge of this and that. How am I doing on time? I'm doing good. All right, and so the trade program is, oh, and then the other thing is a matched service credit. That's actually going to be the highest amount. And it means, let's say I give you a $300 matched service credit. That means you have to match it with actual money for a project. So if you had a $600 project, you could use the $300 credit and you would pay for the other $300. So I make it higher because obviously it means funds are coming in as well with that project. All of this has been balanced over many, many years, and the trade program has one huge advantage, which is I just take the whole lot of everything and turn it into something. But you're definitely not going to get as good a deal as if you just went to the secondhand market yourself. But on the other hand, it's super convenient. You don't have to be like, okay, where's the shipping? Here's your tracking number. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I got my things. Some things broke. Then you kind of that matzo ball is hanging out in the air. No. Just send me the list. Be as detailed as you can. Pictures help. And that'll make your number go up because I'll know what it is exactly that's coming in. And I'll just scoop all that stuff up, and your significant other needs to be none the wiser. All right, what are my other great programs? I'm thinking. Well, other than the May special, I do have something that I normally do, which is called Just Get It Done. And that is a price reduction for just allowing us to do a little bit lower than a level 3, actually. And again, artistic license, like you're just putting one in the hopper for somebody to just finish this. And let me tell you, it looks pretty good, because our level 3 and 4 typically are a lot better than what the average hobby. Oh boy, I'm gonna stick my foot in my mouth for this, but we've all been to the local shop. Come on. And some of it's great, and I would say the skill level overall has gone up in the hobby. So I'm not going to say that. All right, what else? Oh, and then of course my web store itself. You can find the link in the liner notes. Go to the news section, because that's where I'm putting stuff up. I've sold it feels like the majority of the things I put on the web store. And why? Because they are super cheap. Some of that stuff I look at and I'm like, how has this been sitting around so long? But the fact is, a lot of it gets scooped up pretty quick. And here's why. Because it bothers me when I go online and someone's like, this is 1,000 retail, but I'm selling it for 800. And I'm just like, oh, wow, okay, that's not a garage sale. You still have feelings for those models. And then of course when you get down to about 50%, then that's priced to move. And I like to keep it in the 50 to 60% range. And I think that feels about right. Sometimes less than that just for kicks. Sometimes I'll go on and I'll just like drop something down like 90% just to see if anybody's paying attention. And what else? I think that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. I really needed to get that off my chest. Hey, what are you eating? Oh, are you eating that chocolate ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonah was getting into that too. Well, guys, that's what I got going on. Oh yeah, and of course just regular commission painting. I'll get the models for you or not get the models for you. You can send them in. You can send them in assembled or unassembled. We'll do everything. We'll do all the way down to just painting. And do you need to get by, hon?
No. I'm just
we'll do
to give
all the way. Yes, stand here for further instructions. We'll do all the way down to you send them ready to paint and they just need painting. And that's what we do. We take an idea. Some clients, they'll just send me an army list and be like, this is the army I want to play. Here's my specifications. Make it happen. And we do. All right, I think that's about it. Oh, and payments for a commission you can pay in chunks, installments, like a layaway program almost. And anybody could, if you can play these games at all, then you can fit somehow into what it is that I do. And that's why I got into this, was to bring the joy of painted armies to middle-aged nerds worldwide. I'm like some kind of geeky Santa Claus. All right, thanks a lot. At least somebody's laughing at my jokes.